Welcome to the introduction to research in educational science. In the previous video, we discussed about the 8 simple rules of designing a research questionnaire. And for the fifth rule, it is recommended to minimize the questions, but at the same time, uh, to confirm the reliability and the validity of your questionnaire, especially in the quantitative study, we need at least 4 to 5 questions for each construct. So what is the construct here? And we'll discuss about what construct in education study. I bring this definition from the Wikipedia. The construct is a tool used to facilitate understanding of human behavior, such as consciousness, intelligence, political power, self-esteem, and group culture. And the education study, it often discussed with interest, self-efficacy, aspirational awareness, perception, teaching, and learning strategies. So the term construct is very often used in the education studies, and it measures something that is invisible, but we want to know about, like an interest in science, let's say. Can we Yes, sometimes we can see if the students are interested in conducting certain research or participate in certain type of activities. But at the same time, some students show their interest, but some students did not show depending on their characteristics and also the aspiration about their future career. We cannot really see through our eyes, but we need to measure it through the questionnaire whether they have certain kind of aspirations. So these are the constructs that are measured in the educational sciences. For instance, you want to measure the teacher's instructional quality, and I want to ask you, how do you define the quality of teaching? What is the good teaching? Who is the good teacher? The second question can be, how can you measure it for educational research? I think that the instructional quality were measured in a different kinds of way, and usually before conducting the quantitative study or using the questionnaire, this instructional quality were video recorded, and the researchers analyze which teachers show the good quality, and they define the term what's the quality of teaching. Then they start to measure the quantitative study with the questionnaire. Many researchers define the instrument quality with the 3 dimensions. First, it's the cognitive activations, which means the teachers give some challenging tasks and also encourage students to attempt multiple solutions and try to activate the student prior knowledge and so on. So the good teaching involves the cognitive activations. And the second element can be classroom management, which involves the maintaining active participation of all students, and at the same time handling the disruption and misbehavior and providing clear learning objectives like that. So the second dimension is classroom management. And the last dimension of the instructional quality is supportive climate, which means that the teachers give constructive feedback, and they also show the respect to the student ideas and questions, and also teachers provide some extra support when the student needed more. And these dimensions these constructs are distinguishable and have its own unique characters. So in order to measure these 3 dimensions of external quality, researchers use this kind of questionnaire, and this study I will upload the original study of this questionnaire. And I remember that this study was conducted for the elementary school students, fourth or sixth grade, and they use like an 18 questions here in one questionnaire in measuring the three construct of the instructional quality, and they ask these, and the student answer about these questions. For instance, none of the students disturb their lessons, and it may be related to the classroom management. And number, let's say 3, we are working on tasks that I have to think about very thoroughly, and it's maybe related to the cognitive activation, the first dimension of it. And let's see, the teachers increase me when I find a task difficult, like maybe it's a supportive climate like that. And after the collecting the data, they use some statistical technique and find that question 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 are belongs to the classroom management. 3, 7, 8, and 16 is about the cognitive activation, and 9, 10, 13, 14, and 17, 18 measures the supportive climate. So in order to measure certain construct, this researcher used at least 4, I think no more than 5 questions. And we use different questions to measure the one construct because the participant may misunderstand our purpose and aim of each question, and our question can give some wrong impression to them as well. So one question is not enough to rely solely to measure the classroom management, for instance. So we need other questions to support each other, and you're gonna learn about the factor analysis in the next quantitative research method second, and you get to know more about what does the construct mean and how to make the questionnaire based on the factor analysis method. But here I want to re-emphasize that when you are designing the questionnaire, and if you are conducting only the quantitative research method without support of the qualitative method like an interview, you need to put more than 3 to 5 questions in measuring certain construct that you are interested in. Thank you so much.